Good morning. Wonderful day today, man. Wonderful day today. But I'm here enjoying this view, this scenery. About to give my thoughts today. Before I do that, just giving everybody a little scenery. All right. Now, I don't know how this is gonna come out, but let's go. I do it by inspiration, do it by inspiration. What's going on in my mind at the moment. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta look within yourself and check yourself to see if what you're putting in the universe is the right thing, or what you're saying to others around you is the right thing. I always not just say what comes to mind. I always filter it, let it go through my thought process a couple times, even bounce it off of somebody or a friend or something like that. But before I actually say something or put something out in the universe, I usually just let it go through my mind, bounce it off of somebody. But what I notice is people that you interact with in your life, I might sense or feel like something ain't right. You know what I mean? People thought process and how they look at things and how they view things from their perspective, they think it's right. It ain't right. You know what I mean? Because if I have a thought process, right, and I have a thought process and I think that I try to bring it to the world. I look at the standards sometimes. Not saying we need to go by our standards all the time, but I usually first put it out there in the world, see what comes back to me, to see if what I'm thinking or what I'm putting in the universe is correct. You know what I mean? But bruh, my standards and what I have in my thought process, I evaluate it before I put out there. Some people have that thought and do things in the world and put things out there in the world that they think is right based on their standards. They don't filter it. You know what I'm saying? They don't push it out there and evaluate it in their little circle. They feel like what they're doing or their standards or what they put in the universe is correct. Things ain't based off of your standards. Things are based off of a process. You know what I'm saying? First, you gotta come up with a thought, right? Then you gotta prove it to the world. And then you gotta see if what you're bringing into the world can fly. Because sometimes we have things that don't fly in this world. You know what I mean? And things that we have that been proven and been out there in the world, and we try to change the status quo. It depends on what. But what I'm talking about is something that the normal order of things. I'll be honest with you. Black people, we're out of positioning, right? Our minds, our the way we do things. You know what I mean? Everything that's supposed to be done within our culture. You know what I mean? We totally out of whack. We need the ancestors and the history, you know what I mean, and the things that keep us check and balance. You know what I mean? We need these things to check and balance ourselves. Because look here, man, we out of positioning. Totally. You know what I mean? We need to get back in position. You know what I'm saying? We need to set up standards and bring that standard back. I think the grandfathers, the grandmothers, all these people need to come back in and hold our young people at bay and hold the adults at bay too. People need to start using a standard to operate in their life. You can't work it how you feel like working it. You know what I mean? It has to be done based on a certain protocol that we have. But I'm gonna close this out and say, listen, man, it's not everything we want to fly in this world or put to this world is right. There's some stuff that's not right. And instinctually, you know it ain't right. So it's for us who know better to correct those who don't know better. You know what I mean? So we got to get this thing back together, man. You know, especially in my culture, you know, we got to get the standards going back, the principles going back, and things that are the natural way of doing things. We got to get it back together and do things naturally. Because our men are suffering, the women are suffering, and the kids are suffering. You know what I mean? We need those protocols back and those principles back where we need to follow them and keep them and hold each other at bay with them. And if the men aren't doing right, we check them. If the women aren't doing right, we check them. If the kids ain't doing right, we check them too. But we got to hold each other responsible and check those in our communities that need to be corrected, because we're going out of standards and principles. But my people, listen, thank you for watching, subscribe, and I appreciate everything, you know, watching the videos and liking the videos. I thank y'all very much. God bless.